and I can squat more than you.
No, you can't.
Leo, I was in the gym. I was on the Smith machine today, bro. I was hitting.
Don't say that, please. I am one of the gym bros. Don't say that it was a Smith machine.
Leo,
just can you say that it was a regular squat?
That's all I have at my gym. And Leo, because they don't want to disturb the guests upstairs with gorillas like you. After a set, being like, ooh, and just throwing the bar on the ground.
I hate guys that do that.
Bounce. Leo, I was hitting 35 on each side on the Smith machine today.
Oh, the machine. Please don't tell our fans that right now.
Leo,
Some of them
I was
look up
repping,
to you.
It was after I already hit the elliptical and I'd already done a couple sets of just 25, but I felt good and I put it up to 35 on each side. Leo, I was repping 5 reps.
5 reps on the Smith machine with 35s?
I wanted to do a bit, but you just look so disgusted. I can't even commit to the bit. I can't even commit to the bit. You look so disturbed by my squat.
Dude, no, if I just saw a guy in the gym hitting 35 Smith machine 35s, dude.
Yeah, bro.
You know what? It's better than nothing. So I have to be grateful that that gentleman, is working out at all.
Yeah. Leo, here's the thing, dude. I can't let my legs become too powerful. Because at the end of the day, they're serpents, and they belong around somebody's neck in jiu-jitsu.
Is the flexibility, let's say you did steroids. You said steroids does help for jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of the guys who are at the top of jiu-jitsu do a lot of steroids.
Yeah, they're shredded.
Yeah.
But does the flexibility go down once you're on the steroids and you work out, and then does that make you less good?
I imagine the flexibility probably goes down marginally, if at all. Look that up, Jesse. And I think the strength is probably, it outweighs the loss of flexibility a little bit. I'm already feeling it, dude. I'm already feeling it. Because I've been hitting the Smith machine, Leo. Not just squat, but bench.
Really?
Smith machine, bench. And Leo, guys have been, if they pass my guard, because now that I'm a brown belt, I go through the gauntlet. Like, I hang out on the dark side of the mat. Dark with all the browns and the blacks, the brown and black brown and black.
Would you say you're a BJJ enter?
Yeah, you can. You could call me like maybe a BJJ SPIC right now.
Okay,
but like pretty soon I'll be a BJJ enter when I get my black belt.
I get it.
And like, dude, I've been like in a pinch, dude. Like I survived. Like yesterday we were drilling all survival. Like the guy starts in a terrible position. He's on your back with both hooks in, or he's mounting you, or he's in side control, and like. This N-word right here was just, cool as an icy from Target when you were a kid. I was cool as an icy. Just, Salo Ribeiro, block that crossface. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course.
Just like blocking that crossface, just chilling out. And then when my time came, just connecting my elbow to my knee and just like shrimp/bench pressing MFers off me. And that's because the work I've been putting in on the Smith machine. And dude, look at these. These are power. I have pistons. These aren't legs, they're pistons.
Also, black jeans. I haven't seen these on you before. Very interesting. I do think that you need to put some mass on those, though, for real. And I have some advice. I think you should get a weighted vest, okay? And you just do lunges, even in your crib with the weighted vest, and eventually you'll gain some size.
Yeah, and I'll do that if you stop doing as many lunges because you have a habit of lunging at women, and you have the weighted vest to train yourself for sexual assault. Because you're like, you told me once, you're like, if I can lunge at a woman with a weighted vest, you have a dummy in your head. It's like that dummy with the wig on, and you lunge at it with the weighted vest so that becomes easier in the real world.
You swore you weren't going to tell anybody about this.
Off that note, steroids themselves don't necessarily reduce flexibility, but they can contribute to factors that might make you stiffer or less mobile. Here's why: muscle tightness and rapid growth, tendon and ligament risks, water retention and joint stiffness, and reduced collagen production.
That's why it makes you old. That's why it makes you look old. That's a thing.
You know who looks good, dude? Like in my feed popped up a video of a guy lifting with Jay Cutler, Mr. Olympia from when I was in high school. He looks pretty good.
He's one of the only guys. He's a good example of, I guess he did everything else right in his life besides taking steroids, but he never drank, never smoked, he took a very good diet and all that. But yeah, Jay Cutler was probably the only guy that looks good.
I used to go to the Gold's Gym when he was Mr. Olympia.
Can you pull up Jay Cutler?
Yeah,
dude,
absolutely.
He pretty much hasn't aged.
No, and he's still jacked. And he's shirtless. He fucking shits on everybody. He'll take
Kevin
his shirt off.
James used to work out with him at the Gold's Gym.
Yeah, looking like
he's a smaller guy too. That probably what helps. So that he's like 5'9", 8", maybe.
Yeah, he looks
great.
He looks great, dude. He looks pretty much the same as he did when I was a junior in high school in 07.
You know
which
who doesn't look
20
great?
years ago.
Yeah,
Ronnie
our
Coleman.
boy Ronnie Coleman.
He's not looking good, man.
What's up with Ronnie Coleman? Why is he hurt?
Squatting, dude. He was squatting like 1,000 pounds. And then his back.
Whatever fate befell him is going to be on its way to me soon because I'm squatting close to that.
Guys, I apologize to the guys that work out there, the gym bros that are our bro here on my right. My bro here on my right's claiming that he used the Smith machine.
Here we go. Here's a good before and after.
Leo,
This is 2023.
You know what I do before I squat fucking 35 pounds on each side? I go, this is lightweight, baby!
Oh, you use the line of the guy we're talking about, Coleman, our boy,
There's a bunch
Ronnie.
of Korean women on the treadmill that they're probably thinking to themselves in Korean. It's like,
He's going to be, great, the guy who yell in the gym. Going to be.
Oh, kimchi, oh yeah. Oh,
He dishonored a family.
Oh, yeah. And then I'm just like, oh, this is lightweight, baby! And then I did, Leo, 5 reps of 100 and, what is that, 125 pounds?
Yeah.
105 reps, dude.
But it's also assisted because the cable assists you in the Smith machine.
Leo, hey, I told everybody it's lightweight. And it is lightweight.
Okay, so it was a literal lightweight, baby.
Yeah, you can hit a literal lightweight, baby.
So you actually got into the Ronnie Coleman lightweight, baby video? I mean, you watched him in college, probably.
Yeah, I got into bodybuilding for 1 year in high school. And it took me from, people would tell me all the time I looked like a Holocaust survivor.
Mm-hmm.
I was embarrassingly skinny. And for a year, I just went and lifted before jiu-jitsu. Like I hadn't started jiu-jitsu yet. But for a year before I got into it, I would just go, quote unquote, bodybuild and take all the substances by, whoever at GNC.
Sure.
Creatine, weight gainer. And I put on like 30 pounds. And I would read the bodybuilding magazines and watch the YouTube videos of Ronnie Coleman going, this is lightweight, baby!
Yeah, I think every man, I think if you're, I don't know, not misogynistic, but I'd say if you're a man's man, at some point you get into lifting. And mine was in college. I got into it in college, and it did not help the baseball, though. I'm actually a guy that I thinks that weightlifting really doesn't help for baseball. But I mean, there are guys that are smaller that need strength. So if it does increase strength. So you do need that for strength. But me personally, flexibility was always kind of really important for baseball. And I never got to lift like a complete douchebag until afterward.
I don't know, it hasn't done anything to my flexibility, but for jiu-jitsu, a couple of nagging injuries I've had. I had a shoulder injury that was bothering me. Started doing military presses because I have access to weights now. Pain went away.
Nice.
Yeah, I've heard people talk about that a lot, that it reduces injury. Just because that's one of the universal principles that the harder you push yourself and the more you do shitty things, the easier things become. So it's like, it's kind of the discipline equals freedom that Jocko Willink talks about.
Good book.
It's like, if you're depressed, doing the things that depress you, charging into life, getting up early, putting yourself out there, taking your resume out and passing it out to people and telling them to hire you to their face, that'll cure your depression, even though you just want to go to bed and eat ice cream and watch reruns of Frasier. Hey, if you got a bum knee, do some squats like I do. 125 pounds, Smith machine, and you'll be running a marathon before you know it.
What marathon you want to run, Danny?
The Boston Marathon.
It's like I met you and you were like my like dream best buddy, and then you go to the gym with me, and then you go to the Smith machine, right? And you put the 35s on, not even 45s. You put 35s on the Smith machine, and it's just
wait, Leo. It was 25s and then a little 10 plate.
Oh no! See, really?
A little 10 plate over the 25s.
You put a little 10 plate. You couldn't just throw another 25 on there.
Leo, it actually looked very nice. It was very symmetrical.
Oh,
and somebody's got to use those little 10s. They get neglected.
It's like you were my dream best friend, and now I see you doing that at the gym, and it's just like in my head, it's just like I'm hearing like Paul Simon, like, "Hello, darkness, my old friend." It's just like I can't be friends with this guy anymore. Now it's over.
Leo,
it's over. I don't care how much pussy this guy gets me. I cannot be with a guy. I can never hang out with a guy that uses a Smith machine.
Am I basically, in your eyes now, a guy who goes to spin class?
Yeah.
Am I that guy in your neighborhood?
No, actually, no, not spin. Zumba.
Mm-hmm.
You go to Zumba class.
I go to Zumba. I'm the guy walking around with a yoga mat and yoga pants on and a little tank top that's a midriff. And you can see his flat, gooey ass.
Yes.
And he is, probably like a vegan. And he's skinny, fat, and pale. Leo, am I the anorexic guy who jogs around your apartment?
Yes. That poor man.
Tell me about him.
He is probably 6'1", maybe 6 foot, 110 pounds. And if you look at him up close, you can see like every muscle fiber in his body. He clearly has an eating disorder. And I don't know, man, that poor man.
And he runs around all the time?
And he runs. He can barely run. So it's kind of like this, almost like a power walk. But he must do it for hours and gets those. I mean, you can burn calories like that. But yeah, the man is, I don't know. He might be one of the guys that dies from, he might be one of the people that dies from anorexia, which is rare, but.
Yeah, I don't think it's that rare. I think it's a very deadly disease, actually.
Wow.
Yeah, it's very, very deadly. Yeah, I love Los Angeles a lot. I love the city. But if there's an argument for LA to be wiped off the map, it's that there's an anorexic guy living at your apartment complex. And that guy, is trying to make it in Hollywood.
Probably, dude. He probably goes on auditions and he just doesn't understand why he doesn't get it. You know what I mean? It might be, he probably doesn't even get auditions. He probably can't even get an agent. He doesn't understand why. He sends headshots and they're like, are you good?
Yeah,
are you a cancer patient, man?
Is this guy, was this guy locked up in a tunnel in Gaza for the last 2 years? Why is this guy,
Yeah, they look pretty skinny, by the way, the prisoners.
Yeah.
They might not have been fed, huh?
Yeah, they probably weren't fed. I mean, kind of like the fat women in Mexico, they were being fed cock, maybe, So, Leo, this guy, can I squat more than him?
Probably. No, I'll give you yes. Yes.
Do you think he squats 25s without the 10s on either side?
Maybe, yeah. I'd say he probably uses a Smith machine. He needs it. Damn. Because his body can't you have to have some core strength.
Stabilize
the weight. Yeah.
Dude, that's in my building. It's bullshit that I don't have a full squat rack. It sucks. All the other ones that I toured did, but I needed a place that wasn't going to check into my background. And hey.
Well, I'll tell you this. Yeah. I've been doing a lot of research about, just in general, squats and what weight training you can do as you get older. Because your boy, I got the aches and pains. I was a D1 athlete. I fixed my feet, thank God, with the barefoot shoes, which I've gotten Danny on those too. But squats, eventually, you just can't do them anymore. Because it's a little bit hard on your back, a little bit long term. So let's get on them hill sprints, because that's probably the best exercise for your legs there is. Hill sprints.
Yeah. Maybe.
What about deadlifts? You guys like deadlifts?
Deadlifts, same thing, man. Well, there's theories. I mean, I think squats are better than deadlifts, but deadlifts also long term are going to lead to some problems. I mean, that's just there's a lot of data on this too. At this point, you can look it up. Squat. I mean, you have to have perfect form for deadlifts as well.
Deadlifts is what Leo calls it when he's got to get a girl out of his apartment after a night of drinking.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's for fentanyl or murder. I don't know which one.
Man. All I'm saying is, I know that I can deadlift over 350 pounds.
You killed a fat girl, Leo?
Oh yeah.
That's important. You should be a firefighter.
I know, man. I could. The guy that he would train us. He was a firefighter at Waterworld. He would do our CPR training and all that. We had to be certified just in case somebody passed out in the water or whatever. But he said that is the job of a firefighter and a paramedic, is to move fat people, because often when you get a call, it's a fat person that has died. He said it's very said it's often.
Yeah.
So, and then you got to move the body, dude. And he said the best way to do it is when they're over 350 pounds is if they have a desk chair, they have a chair, with rollies on it. That's a good way. You kind of put them on there, or a fucking blanket on the ground, and then you kind of drag them. Yeah, because they do have to. They do the crane thing is real. If you die one day and a crane has to take you out of your house, I mean, that's kind of a legacy I'd like to leave behind, though. It's kind of badass.
You're getting there pretty close right now, Leo. You're almost crane weight.
250, dude.